Welcome back to the world of automotive excellence and high-end resurrections, where legends are being pulled from the archives and brought to life for the modern era. Today we are looking at a story that has been over half a century in the making, a journey that spans from the height of the Italian design golden age to the cutting-edge technology of 2026. The name Bertone is one that carries immense weight in the halls of automotive history, having penned some of the most iconic shapes to ever grace the asphalt, including the Lamborghini Miura and the Countach. But there was one specific project that remained a tantalizing what-if for decades, a radical vision of open-top motoring that captured the imagination of the public in 1969, but never quite made it across the finish line of mass production, until now. We are talking about the Bertone Runabout, a car that started its life as a wild concept based on a humble Autobianchi and has now evolved into a limited edition supercar that costs nearly $400,000. To understand why this car is so significant, we have to travel back to the 1969 Geneva Motor Show, where the legendary designer Marcello Gandini first revealed the Autobianchi A112 Runabout. At the time, the automotive world was undergoing a radical shift toward the wedge design language, a sharp and aggressive style that Gandini himself championed. The original Runabout was a tiny, roofless barchetta that looked more like a futuristic speedboat than a traditional road car. It featured a pointed nose, a massive roll bar, and distinctive side-mounted headlights that sat just ahead of the cockpit. While it never entered production in its original form, its DNA was directly responsible for the creation of the Fiat X19, one of the most beloved small sports cars of the 1970s. For 55 years, the Runabout remained a museum piece, a reminder of what the future looked like through the eyes of the late 60s. However, following the bankruptcy of the original Bertone company and its subsequent acquisition by the Ricci brothers, the brand has been on a mission to reclaim its glory, starting with the GB110 and now culminating in the official production version of the Runabout. The modern Bertone Runabout is a masterclass in how to modernize a classic aesthetic without losing the soul of the original inspiration. Visually, it is an absolute stunner that refuses to follow modern design trends. It retains the signature wedge profile and the iconic orange and white color scheme that defined the 1969 concept. The front end is incredibly low and sharp, featuring a modern interpretation of those side-mounted lights, now utilizing advanced LED technology to meet modern safety standards while maintaining that retro-futuristic charm. The car is being offered in two distinct body styles to cater to different levels of adventurous spirits. The first is the classic barchetta, which remains true to the original concept by having no roof and a wraparound wind deflector instead of a traditional windshield. For those who want a bit more practicality and protection from the elements, Bertone is also offering a Targa version with a removable roof panel. Both versions feature the massive sculptural roll hoop that was the centerpiece of the 1969 design, serving as both a safety feature and a major stylistic statement. Underneath that striking Italian bodywork lies a surprising British heart. To ensure the Runabout performs as well as it looks, Bertone has utilized the chassis and powertrain from the Lotus Emira. This is a brilliant strategic move, as the Emira is widely regarded as one of the best-handling mid-engine platforms on the market today. Powering this machine is a 3.5-liter supercharged V6 engine, but Bertone has not simply left it in its stock configuration. The engineers have tuned the power plant to deliver a healthy 500 horsepower, a massive leap from the original concept's meager output. This power is sent to the rear wheels, promising a driving experience that is raw, engaging, and undeniably fast. In an age where supercars are becoming increasingly digital and heavy with hybrid batteries, the Runabout offers a refreshing return to lightweight, mechanical purity. The use of a proven Lotus foundation also means that owners can expect a level of reliability and parts availability that is often missing from boutique, low-volume supercars. The interior of the new Runabout is equally impressive, blending high-end Italian craftsmanship with a minimalist, driver-focused layout. While official details on every switch and dial are still being finalized, early images and reports suggest a cockpit that prioritizes the connection between the driver and the road. There are no massive infotainment screens dominating the dashboard here. Instead, the focus is on tactile materials, high-quality leather, and an analog feel that complements the exterior's retro theme. Every unit will be hand-assembled in Italy, allowing for a level of customization that ensures no two cars will be exactly alike. This bespoke nature is a key part of the new Bertone business model, positioning the company not just as a manufacturer, but as a high-end coach builder for the modern era. So, what took so long for this car to finally see the light of day? The answer lies in the turbulent history of the Bertone brand itself. Throughout the early 2000s, the company struggled with financial instability and the changing landscape of the automotive industry. It took the vision of new ownership and a resurgence in the market for high-end, nostalgia-driven collectors' cars to make the Runabout financially viable. Today's market is obsessed with resto mods and continuation series cars, making this the perfect moment for Bertone to strike. They aren't just selling a car, they are selling a piece of design history that has been updated with 21st century performance. The production run will be extremely limited, with only 99 units planned for global distribution. This scarcity, combined with the legendary nameplate and the striking design, has already generated massive interest from collectors around the world. The price for this exclusivity is, as expected, quite steep. Entry into the Bertone Runabout Club starts at approximately €350,000, or roughly $370,000. While that is a significant sum, it positions the Runabout against competitors like the Ferrari 296 or high-end Porsche 911 Rester mods, where its unique heritage and striking looks give it a distinct advantage. This car is meant for the individual who finds modern supercars too clinical or repetitive. It is a rolling sculpture that celebrates the genius of Marcello Gandini and the enduring legacy of Italian style. As the first units prepare to roll off the line later this year, the Runabout serves as a bold declaration that Bertone is back and ready to reclaim its place at the top of the automotive design world. It took 55 years to get here, but looking at the final result, it is hard to argue that it wasn't worth the wait.